Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás mi amo Alicia? Hello my kittens, how are you? My name is Allison and today we are playing Murder She Wrote A Deadly Catch. Nice timing on that. Welcome to the channel, welcome. I am super excited. There actually is a chance that we might be able to finish a deadly catch in this video. If not, it will be next weekend because we are actually getting pretty close to the end. I am super psyched because I played ahead and oh my gosh, it is insane. I did not expect that twist at all. Anywho, I just want to let you all know, even though I clearly put it out in the beginning of the video, Murder She Wrote is actually based on a TV series, 12 seasons in fact, one of the longest detective murder mystery TV shows I'm aware of. Then there's Columbo, and I think Castle might be after that. I could be wrong. It's funny because I read an article somewhere where they called her a female Castle. I guess in a way that is true, but in my opinion, I think that's an insult. Because Murder She Wrote, Jessica Fletcher was the OG. She was the original murder mystery writer. We should say Castle is the male Jessica Fletcher. Yeah, okay, that works. Murder She Wrote is not for everyone, of course. I would say that it's NC-17. According to the game though, the rating is teen. Only because there's blood, mild suggestive themes, mild violence, tobacco reference, and definitely crime. Crime is not for the faint of hearts. Seriously, do not commit any crimes. Do not break any laws. I do not suggest it unless you are ready to pay the price, consequences of your actions. My gosh, people, learn from watching others. Don't make the same mistakes they do. So anywho, like I said, I don't recommend this game to everyone. And also, if anything in this video does not look familiar, please check out the links in the description box below. There's the previous video as well as the playlist. I recommend the playlist because it will have every single video that I've done so far for A Deadly Catch. And I think that's about it. If there's anything that I missed, I will probably put in the annotations. If not, later on in the video. Let's go ahead and get started because oh my gosh, we have so much to do. I am doing relaxed. I have yet to do a timed version of this. I haven't played this game in a long time. I actually own this. I've had the disc form of it for years. I just haven't played it in a long time. And it's actually really nice to be playing this again. Of course, I think I only played the first book. There's 4 other books. There's A Murder in the Maples. I assume that's a tree reference. A Garden to Die For. Secrets and Ashes, Dust to Dust, thank you. Final Curtain, I imagine that's going to be some sort of stage play or acting involved. Anyway, alright, let's get on with the Deadly Catch. Again, I really like this feature, the Continue Save Your Game, timed and relaxed. These are really good things that they did with the game. I like it. Let's continue on. So, what happened in the previous video, we actually went to multiple locations. First off, I think we went to the Marine Research Laboratory and we found out that Greg was repainting Peter's boys with Andy's and found broken glass. We assumed that Peter was there the night he was murdered, and it turns out that he was. The box of toothpicks was actually Billy's, which is strange. I don't understand how he would leave a box of toothpicks where he last saw his uncle. Yeah, Billy admitted to following him. And for some reason, he was asking for a raise. I don't understand the situation for the raise. I'm not going to explain. My brain is not fully functioning. But it turns out that Billy was not going to be inheriting the Cornelia, which is Peter Hammond's boat. Billy insisted that while he did knock Peter out, he left him at the lab unconscious. And when we explored the Cornelia later on, when we talked to Billy, we opened a trap and found a lobster with a band already on its claw, which means someone has been filling Peter's traps with already caught lobster. And we actually learned that Jim was doing that on purpose so that the research laboratory would give good numbers. Oh boy, this is cheating the system, not to mention losing money. I don't see the point of why he did that. Like I said, not only is he losing money, it's not good for business. I don't see the advantage of that happening, except for the government part of it. And even then, like, it hurts the lobster catcher's bottom line, not his. The less the lobster catchers get, the less he's able to sell. But also, like, the lobster catchers earn money off that. He can't just... I'm digressing. Let's get on to the game. Alright. I believe we are trying to find some evidence here, as we have been the entire game. But what's really cool about the hidden objects for Murder, She Wrote is that you're finding letters for the keyboard to fill out words, which I think is an interesting twist. This here is a typewriter reel to help you recharge the hint meter, which I think is clever. I'm missing the O. Oklahoma with the wind bloom, ba-da-da-da-dum. There we go. Alright, so... Oh, we're missing the U as well. Box of toothpicks. What? That's not good for Billy. Oh, fish. Heyo. Where are we putting the fish? Oh, the seagull. Got it. Seashell by the seashore. Yoink. Water ski. High voltage sign. Where is that high voltage sign? Yoink. And there's the high voltage sign. There's the guitar pick. Give me them binoculars. There's a U. Got it. Bum 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 bum. Nothing lasts forever. There's the barbecue utensil. There's the boat. Or sorry, the mop. There, now we can pick up the toothpicks. Billy's trademark toothpicks. Really? That's all you're gonna say? Alright, we're missing there's the boat hook. Yellow and black, Peter's colors. This boat hook must have come off of the Cornelia. And the fact that it's got blood on it means we likely found our murder weapon. Really? Interesting. Considering what we find out later on. There's a bucket. Where are the other fishies? There's the other fishies. We're missing one more fish. Alright, there's a torn note. I want that. There's binoculars. Got it. Okay, now let's explore this. We have a puzzle. And this is actually kind of like the Nancy Drew games where you gotta right click to rotate. It says double click. But yeah, you can double click, but you can also right click. Which is interesting. I didn't know they had both methods on here. There we go. Ah, got it. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. There we go. IOU. Andy Winters agrees to repay Mick Foley's... What the butts? Let me read that. Looks like the IOU from Andy to Mick Foley. Yep.
Maybe that IOU didn't get torn up because it was paid off.
You mean it could have been torn up during an argument between Andy and Mick?
Probably.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. And since Andy's not going to tell us about it, we'll have to get the story from Mick himself.
Oh, that's right. Andy was murdered as well. Deck of my turn, which is Andy's boat. Before I got to Andy's boat, Seth informed me that the blood on the graduated cylinder was not Greg's, but Peter's. Killed at the lab? Why? When we went to talk to Andy, we found him dead, apparently bludgeoned with a boat hook from Peter's boat. In addition to Andy's body, I found some toothpicks. Billy's? And Andy's torn up IOU to Mick Foley. Argument over the terms? Interesting. Well, we're back to the tavern.
Oh, not the two of you again.
Afraid so, Mr. Foley. Another one of your clients was murdered last night.
Who?
Andy Winters. And we found the loan papers you drew up for him torn up.
Well, naturally, he paid off his loan.
And where'd he get the money to pay you back?
Well, he told me he'd come into some diamonds. He asked me to come over to his boat to collect them.
Aren't diamonds an awfully inconvenient form of loan repayment?
My hunch was they were worth way more than the loan was, maybe twice as much. Anyway, with terms that favorable, I figured it'd be worth the extra effort.
Huh.
Where'd he get these diamonds?
I didn't want to know, but I can tell you this. Andy was very much alive when we finished our transaction.
And I actually found out that Mick Foley is a real name, because I knew it sounded familiar, and it turns out the Mick Foley I'm familiar with is a wrestler. And I think an actor as well. I'll put it in the annotation, of course. There's the real... Ayo, we don't really need the letters, but let's look for them anyway. Because all we're doing is searching for money, honey. Hey, money, honey. There's one. There's one. Baby, I need that. Oh, that's right. Gold coins. I forgot about that.
Mick didn't see Billy on Andy's boat, but those toothpicks mean he was there. Maybe after Mick had left.
Nope, misdirection.
Yeah, and the boat hook that was used as a murder weapon was Peter's. Who else would have access to it besides his nephew?
I don't know, but I hope Billy has a logical explanation for all of this.
He will. Alright. What did her notes say this time? Well, Mick explained that the IOU was torn up because Andy paid off his loan. In diamonds! Mick insisted that Andy was still alive when he left on my turn, so I'm on my way to confront Billy about those toothpicks and the boat hook. Diamonds! Ugh. Diamonds! Everything! Oh my gosh. It's so funny that when you're getting stuck on a case and you don't know what direction to turn to, it's the tiniest of details that help. Frickin' diamonds!
I didn't kill Andy. I've been nowhere near the my turn.
Billy, I'm sorry to say that it's getting very difficult to believe you are innocent in all of this.
A bit.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to take a look around, Billy.
Go ahead. I have nothing to hide.
True. Alright, let's find those letters first. Even though we kind of already know what we're looking for. There's the O. I'm missing the I and the Y. There you are. So basically we're looking for buoys. All shapes and kinds and sizes and blah. We're missing 9. Got it. Dun, 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 dun. There's one. There's one. There's that one. I've forgotten where the last one hidden. I wouldn't have seen that. Feels heavier than I expected it would. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay. This is definitely unique. This is definitely different from what we've been doing, which I actually like. There we go. It's kind of self-explanatory what you gotta do here. You gotta drag the pieces to their correct spots. It's a little challenging when you don't know what a crab looks like in its entirety. Whoops. Yeah, right there. I did, by the way, eat before I recorded, so most of the video should be good. Ah! I know what I'm doing after I record. Watching that video. Gosh, Z must have really good footage if he managed to title the video "Subscribe to PewDiePie." Look at those diamonds. I'd say those load of diamonds would be worth risking a run-in with the Coast Guard. Yeah.
This means I'm gonna have to get those diamonds from Mick that Andy gave him to repay his loan.
Yep.
And I don't think he's going to be very happy about it.
Nope. Not happy indeed. Billy insisted he didn't kill Andy, though it's getting harder and harder to believe he is innocent. While I was on the boat, I found a stash of diamonds inside one of Peter's tracking buoys. I'm going to try to collect the diamonds Andy used to pay Mick back to see if they came from the same place. Well, I would imagine so. And the fact that the diamonds are in the buoy means Greg is involved, the guy from the research laboratory. Oh boy.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Foley.
I wish I could say the feeling was mutual.
Right?
I'm gonna have to ask you to turn those diamonds Andy gave you over to me.
Why?
Because it's evidence in a murder investigation, that's why.
Well, what if I told you I don't have them? What if I've already passed them on to a gemstone dealer?
What if I told you you could be arrested as an accessory to murder?
Gosh dang it, Mort.
Whoa, slow down. Let me gather them up here.
Right. Okay, so considering where we are in the video, I think this is going to be the last one, considering we have been doing quite a bit of hidden objects already. And not to mention, I need to start shortening my videos. I'm getting tired of doing 30-minute videos now. Alright, we're looking for diamond jewelry. And they're all over the place. There's an A. I love hidden things. I didn't used to. Then I played Nancy Drew. And it's awesome now. Wow. Yoink. Yoink. Yeah, I found every single one without a hint. Oh boy. I love these little mini puzzles that go along with the hidden objects. It's really nice, and it's somewhat of a good balance. I wish there were more like outside of the hidden objects. Rearrange the jewelry so that attributes on the labels describe the jewelry above them. Oh boy, this is going to be a little difficult, considering not everything is specific to the jewelry. But hey. Alright, sapphire is somewhat bluish. Ruby is red, emerald is green, and I think that's about all of it. Okay, so we can actually start with the ones that have type, because that actually tells you what kind of jewelry they are. So this is a brooch, emerald, round. So it's not this one. So it must be this one. This is a ring. Oh, and it lights up if you have it correct, which I think is really nice. Emerald square ring. This is a ring, so let's look at all the rings. Which ones have emeralds? This one has an emerald, this one has emeralds. But the cut is square, so it's going to be this one. There we go. This is a necklace. Let's look at all the necklaces. They're going to be tear shaped, so it's going to be one of these two. And the gem is sapphire. I think it might be this one. Let's just double check. Okay, so that's accurate then. And then, really, in all honesty, we could just switch these around until they light up, but I think that's kind of cheating the system. There we go, got it, okay.
The public library has some strong magnifying glasses on hand for reading very fine print. We should be able to use one to look for identifying marks on these diamonds.
Then let's get going.
Oh snap, we're literally at the ending. This would make it more than a 30-minute video, I should say. Nope, not doing it. I said I was going to stop here. I'm going to stick to my word. Let's look at our notes, though. Yeah, we already read this. Chapter 14, Harborside Tavern. Mick didn't like it, but he did turn over the diamonds Andy used to repay his debts. Now I've got to figure out where they came from. Well, they were hidden inside the buoys that is used from the research laboratory, so I would imagine Greg Young has something to do with it. I find this very suspicious, don't you think? I'll let you chew on that thought. Meanwhile, I gotta get going. I have a lot to do this weekend being the one where I'm recording because I am helping out my mom with something and I am actually really nervous about it. The last time I helped out my mom with the same thing, I was actually for a week and I was really nervous about that. In fact, that was the week where I actually stepped away from the channel because I thought it'd be better to stay at her place for the week rather than going back and forth from her place to my place. Besides, I think my family is rehearsing that day as well. So, I gotta get going, everyone. I love you all so much, and I hope you all enjoy this video as much as I did. Seriously. Next Sunday, we are finishing A Deadly Catch, and possibly starting the next one. Who knows? And with that, I will talk to you all in the next video, which will most likely be Grimtail's Bloody Mary. And on that note, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel by watching this video, go ahead and click that ugly red subscribe button. Make it that beautiful gray, as well as the bell icon right next to it. I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rascally Rabbit, saying goodbye. Stay awesome and stay on YouTube! I actually wonder what would happen if the lyrics were added to the theme song, because that's what we're listening to right now.